Hello and welcome to this week's Mindful Monk. I've come outside on this beautiful cold crisp and the sun is just going down on the horizon beyond me. And I've come outside because I want to talk about something which I'm passionate about, that's birds. And I always feel birds, they keep us company in these dark winter months. You know, you hear them, the odd one chirping, they're flying around, there's something moving, and the robins are at their friendliest at this time of the year. But before I go into a specific bird, I'd like to make a distinction between two types of bird, which I found very helpful when I heard it first. And that's, maybe if I give you an example first, say the pheasant or chickens or the peacock would be one type of bird. And the blackbird, the robin, the thrushes, there'd be another type. The first type are called nidifugous. Nidifugous. Nidi meaning nest and fugous meaning fleeing. They flee, the young flee from the nest. If you think about a chicken or a pheasant, what happens is the chick hatches ready to go. Can see it's running around. If you see a little chick being born, coming out of an egg, it'll be running around within minutes and feeding itself. The parents don't have to do anything to feed it. In fact, the cock pheasant is a very brightly coloured, as is the cock with hens and the peacock. He's brightly coloured to attract mates. Now, the problem if you're brightly coloured is that you'll also attract predators. So he's got a compromise. So he's not monogamous. He mates with several hen pheasants or hens, ordinary hens or hen peacocks. So get as many as you can because you mightn't be around too long. So the hen is left on its own to look after the young. So the young better be able to look after themselves quickly. So that's the first type, which are the nidifugous birds. Now, that's one solution of evolution to how you reproduce and continue a species. Well, another solution is what we call nidicolous. That's nidi being nest and colous mean you inhabit, you stay in the nest. So in the case of the blackbird, let's say, both parents are more or less the same colour. There is slight difference, but not a huge amount. Thrushes, robins, they're all more or less the same. In this case, both parents will look after the young. And in this case, the young can hatch out, not fully developed, without feathers. They can't see and they're basically helpless. And the parents have to defend them, to feed them and mind them until they are ready to fledge, which could take 2 to 3 weeks of constant feeding backwards and forwards. And you'll all have witnessed swallows doing it, starlings doing it. So that's the second solution to the problem that birds have come up with. You either have a brightly coloured male and lots of hens, or you remain with your partner. You pair off and we say, we'll do this job together and we'll remain monogamous. Some birds mate for life, some just pair off each year. The robins are pairing off, have paired off now for this year. They don't remain monogamous. One other problem I just like to mention with all birds is that once you take to the air, first of all, they took to the air, you can see on their legs the remnants of their ancestry, the scales of the dinosaurs. And the second thing, when you go into the air, the problem you have is water. There ain't much water up in the air. We have a problem when we're living in land. When you're living in water, you're fine. So when you're excreting, you don't want to waste water. You want to retain as much as possible. So when birds' droppings, they're semi-solid. They don't have any urine as such. So they produce a semi-solid white mass, which we're all familiar with below swallows' nests or in colonies of gulls. You see all this white mass. That's fine when you live in a colony, but if you are a little bird living in a woodland and you're producing this white droppings, then you are going to attract attention to the nest, and there's enough predators around destroying nests that you don't want to. But we'll look at that solution to that when we come to the robin. So as I say, if you live in the air, then you want to conserve water as much as possible. You don't want to be going on land where you're likely to be preyed upon. So nidifugous, nidicolous birds. I hope that distinction is useful. I found it very helpful in my thinking about bird life and the great companions they are this time of the year. So I hope you're finding some birds with you close by. And next week we'll look at the robin as an example of the nidicolous variety of birds. God bless, keep well and stay safe.